Does anyone else feel like capitalism is getting worse? That every year, every Halloween and every Christmas and every time you go into a grocery store, day by day, there's more garbage in there than there was the last year. And I mean low quality products, more of them. This isn't this isn't a good angle. I don't know. I made a video like yesterday. I can't hear myself. And the dog's not making it any easier. Hey Miley! Shut up. Talking about how I think that capitalism is getting worse. I think that capitalism is getting worse, and I don't know any other way to say that other than capitalism is getting worse. You go into a store and it's like a million little pieces of garbage on the store shelves that are for nobody. They don't benefit anybody other than like the evil intent of like making money without considering anything else, without considering the people who died making the garbage. Like little fucking styrofoam. Miley! Like Spider-Man coloring books. I don't know. I can't think of any examples. Halloween costumes. Whatever this is. And this was being sold before they announced that they were making a live action Lilo and Stitch movie. To put it in your head that it was your idea to get all nostalgic about this movie because they're selling the toys in stores before the movie's announced. So you don't even know they're making a movie and you're seeing Lilo and Stitch everywhere. They did the same thing with The Lion King. I was like, why are they hyping The Lion King all of a sudden? And then they announced that they were making the live action movie and I was like, oh, that's why. They're trying to it's like pre-advertising. They're not even sure they're making the movie yet, and they're already selling merch. The Halloween section, like every single year, gets a little bigger, and a little more expensive, and worse in quality every year. They're selling scraps of paper, cut in the shape of like a pumpkin, for your window, and it will be £6. That's like $9. It's a piece of paper. You know, things like that are meant to be things that you do at home. You can make your own costume. Put your own paper cutouts in your fucking window. You're taking the fun out of it buying it. What are you doing buying shit like that? What the fuck? I'm just gonna put the other video here because it's like, okay, it's like really, really mean. And then a really like bad mood whenever I'm talking. So I was going to make like an entire new one, but I'm not going to. Maybe in the 90s, Halloween, yeah, they were selling garbage, plastic stuff in the store that you didn't need. There would be a couple of little like doodads to hang in your window or whatever. But now I go into a store in Halloween and there's everything. There's shit I never even thought of before. There's like trick-or-treat baskets or whatever that like talk to you. There's like LED ones. There's these dumb little, it was like someone got one of them felt balls for crafts and stuck 2 eyes on it in a factory, and it was a £5. It was meant to be like a ghost or a bat or something, and it was £5. And I have no doubt that some rich white person bought that. I sound like such an asshole right now. Some rich white person bought that, but who else would buy that? Someone with the money they can throw away and they don't think about it. They don't think about what the fuck this garbage is or what they're going to do with it. What they're going to do with it whenever they're done with it. They're going to throw it out in the trash because that's what they do. Okay? Your house is full of... It's full of merchandise. It's full of commercial merchandise that maybe you went to an event and they handed you out a bag of their shit, and now it's just laying in your house taking up space, and it sucks, and you can't throw it out because it's all like plastic and like battery operated and all of this shit, And what can you do with it? You can't donate it, you can't make anything with it. It's just like a plastic airplane with a smiley face on it that has like a slogan on the side telling you like some organization. You know, it's not a pen. And if it is a pen, the pen runs out in 5 seconds, and it was made once again by slave labor. And it's getting, every single time I go into a store, I see it's getting worse. I see there's more actual garbage just on the store shelves being sold at a higher price. There's more variety of this kind of garbage in the stores being sold at a higher price. And I got a fucking news notification. I don't care. I'm talking about my opinion, not the news. It's kind of like nauseating, because what's the end result? It keeps getting more and more and more, and then what's going to happen in 5 years? The whole store is going to be taken up by the Halloween section, and it's going to be like everything. And I don't think anyone's buying this. Like, no one can buy all of that stuff, because nobody needs any of it. I looked at a few things. I thought, this is kind of cute, and that's kind of cute, but this is all shit. You can decorate your house for Halloween. Honestly, I'm kind of confused on what Halloween even is. Okay, because it was like an Irish pagan festival celebrating the I don't know if it's like one of those equinox celebrations or like the harvest celebration, where it's just, you know, like a celebration of the passage of time and the changing of the seasons, kind of like a feast. I don't know if it's one of those, because I know there's a lot of those in the calendar. I know it's whenever the like veil between this life and the next is like the closest, so there's like ghosts everywhere, and you put out the pumpkins and you turn up so the faces on them to scare away the ghosts, and you dress up to scare away the spirits that are coming to get you. And that's it. You would go out into the woods and you would have a meal, and you would dance around the bonfire in your little costumes, and everyone would play music and drink and have a gay old time. But in the modern era, I don't really know what Halloween is. I never celebrate it. I just kind of hand out candy at the door. It's for doing drugs, right? In the modern era, the only thing I can see, the only thing there is to celebrate Halloween is like drinking until you start to hallucinate, or doing drugs to have like a spooky experience, right? It's about doing drugs, getting high, drinking. That's not a bad thing if there's a holiday for it. I just don't understand what Halloween is for, and why is it celebrated worldwide? I mean, I know, because America. And that's not a bad thing. It's just kids in costumes, but stop selling them costumes. Stop selling them costumes. It's gross. It's like gross negligence from the people who make this stuff and the people who sell it. Don't you understand that they're trying to steal your money? They're trying to do everything in their power. They're selling you these low level drugs in the form of cute Halloween shit that was free for them to make, and they're doing anything they can. They're giving you scraps, trying to steal your money, and it's working. You're giving them your money for scraps, thinking that you're believing them. It's these dumb, paper-thin products that are sold to you with the evil intent of making money, without any regards for anything else. Your health, your well-being, the well-being of the entire earth. They would kill 1 million people to make like 50 cents. They don't care, and you're giving it to them And every year I go into the stores and I see more and more and more of this bullshit. And it gets worse every fucking... I can't hammer in the fact that it gets worse every single fucking year. It's like sometimes I'm like a few years ago I was like, okay, it's just Halloween stuff, who cares? But every single year it's a million times worse, and the aisle, the Halloween shit aisle in grocery stores is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that sounds like an old person thing to say whenever old people say like, oh, they're selling the holiday stuff earlier. Yeah, it's because they can't fit it all in the 1 month. There's so much shit they have to sell, they have to drag it out. Your life is now worse having bought this garbage. And you're complicit. And those people who died in those factories to make that shit, you're not complicit. And you're also a victim. And that little product will pollute the oceans for eternity. So that the plastic from it all will seep into our drinking water and our air, and it will make us stupider. It should be illegal to mass produce frivolous shit like that. It should be illegal to mass produce anything other than essentials. I can't think of an essential. Soap. Mass produce soap and toilet paper. Why are you mass producing 10-cent Halloween figurines? Not even figurines, because a figurine... No, because it wouldn't be ceramic, would it? It would be plastic, or it would be made out of paper. A paper figurine of a witch? You need that in your life? It's like these people are meant to be in charge, and they're meant to know what they're doing. It's like a parent poisoning their child for the insurance money, except it's like a mass murder of the entire planet for like £5 each. It's totally legal. It's completely legal to mass murder everyone on the planet whenever it's for capitalistic gain, because capitalism is kind of like the only moral standpoint anymore. Sure, I killed everyone on the planet, but it was to get money. And now I am the richest person alive, so therefore I'm the best. And yeah, I killed all those people, but I'm rich now, so it's like we're all suffering because the people in charge are addicts, and they're addicted to this imagined currency. Money's not even real. Money's not even real, so why is it killing everybody? Like, stop. This is such a juvenile rant, but I'm sick. And it's a very juvenile, primal feeling, like, I don't know how else to word it. Faith, like, it's like religious-based poisoning. But the religion is a worship of money. We're all victims. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to die. You just have to die. There's nothing you can do about it. You have absolutely zero power in what these people do. What the people who are selling you the stuff, the big corporations. I can't name any. Nestle comes to mind, right? That's one people love to bring up. Nestle. So that's who I'll fucking use it as an example, okay? You have no control over Nestle. Nothing you do. They'll kill as many people as they have to make money. Because they need to make money to pay the people who's killing the people. They need to pay these people's wages. And these people are getting paid wages to cover up the deaths. And so they'll kill more people to make more money to cover up the deaths, because the more money you have, the less people care that you kill people. Does that make sense? I also want to bring up the fact that a year or 2 years before one of those Disney movies come out, like those Disney remakes, I was noticing merchandise before a movie was even released. My local grocery store, I stole this, I didn't buy it, was selling these. Lilo and Stitch was one of my favorite movies, and I just can't watch it anymore. Anyway, so I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago, before Disney announced they were making a live action Lilo and Stitch, it's Chris Sanders was involved in that. That's kind of odd, because he was the visionary. Anyway, like, he was an artist I admired. I don't know if he had anything to do with the end product, but he was certainly, I think was he the director? of live action Lilo and Stitch. I don't know. I didn't look into it. Anyway, years before the Disney announced they were making live action Lilo and Stitch movie, I was seeing Lilo and Stitch merchandise everywhere in the stores, and I thought they must be making a movie, and they're trying to get it into little kids' head that this is a character that they like before the movie is even announced. They're trying to like make little kids think, oh, Stitch, and they're trying to like play on nostalgia before the movie's even announced. They're selling garbage in stores. No one's going to buy it. And it's going to just go to a landfill, but they don't care. Why would they care if they're murdering people? They don't give a fuck. They're doing it all for like the chance that you might think about in 5 years down the road going to go see their movie that they haven't announced yet. But you're seeing merch everywhere of this fucking movie they haven't announced yet. And I brought this up with someone whenever I saw this shit. I was like, they must be remaking a like a CGI or live action Lilo and Stitch movie. And the person I was with was like, no, I think it's just for like nostalgic reasons. No, I don't think they're selling the shit for nostalgic reasons. They're 100% going to release a fucking movie, and they're trying to get it into your head now, so that it's like the opposite of creating hype. It's like making you think that you thought of it yourself, that you like rekindled this love for this movie all on your own, because they didn't announce it yet, so they're innocent. It's weird. It's this weird advertising technique. Odd. I do buy some Christmas stuff and some Halloween stuff. Well, I don't really buy Halloween stuff because, like I said, I don't really understand Halloween. I don't like witches. It's kind of weird when it's like, oh, we need something scary. An ugly woman. We'll put an ugly woman on a thing, right? Frankenstein. What about like, you know, whenever there's like things with Halloween iconography on it, it's like a pumpkin, a bat. Maybe if you're scared of bats and pumpkins, a pumpkin, sure, because you carve pumpkins. There should be like the moon, and a ghost. They make sense, I suppose. Bats, less so. Witches, what are you doing? What are you doing, skeletons? We have dumb, frivolous merchandise for Christmas that I saw that no one was buying because it was overpriced. This guy was £4. I stole it. Look at him. He's so fluffy, and he's 100% a styrofoam ball. His sweater's not even stitched evenly. And what is this mess? What is this mess of a seam? They don't care. They just don't care what they're putting on this little penguin. But, I thought it was cute. And this other thing I bought because it was 59p. He's also a styrofoam ball. Do you know how cheap styrofoam is? But they're fucking, I don't know, they're adorable. I like polar bears. And that's it. And I know people who, they'll buy everything for their children because they know that their children don't like them because they're not great people. And in order to get their kids to like them, to think that they're good parents, they'll buy them everything. They'll buy them all the garbage they want every time they go to the grocery store. On Christmas, like, their gifts take up 2 rooms. And then the kids don't even know what they have. The kids don't even know what they have. And they still hate their parents. And they're like, how are they ever going to function whenever they're not being given all of this stuff all the time? People are so scared of junk food. Okay, not a lot of people, but there's a lot of people who are scared of junk food because it's like, oh, they're poisoning you for money. But this is the same shit. This is more the same shit. Okay, listen. Who's that for? I'm more worried about the plastic. The plastic and the pollution that this creates than the fucking poison in the food. You know what I mean? Like, I'm less worried about what Doritos is doing to my body than what this is doing to the entire earth and how many people had to die to make that. That's more worrying. I'm more worried. I don't care about artificially. I mean, that is a terrible thing. Those the fucking American food. I'm just gonna call it American food. It's nightmarish. It's all nightmarish. I don't think I've made a single good point because I'm just talking opinions and emotions right now. It's nauseating, and I don't like going to the grocery store. Why are they all so loud? They're so loud and they're so bright. I'm walking next to like a major grocery store. Just walking next to it, it's like as soon as you're in range, I feel like something. It's like I get dizzy before I'm even in there. It is like some kind of like a. I don't know if it's this is like conspiracy talk now, but I've talked to other people who also feel this. It's like before you're even in the grocery store, you're in the parking lot, you're not whenever it's like not whenever you're far from the building, whenever you're close to the building, you can feel this like buzzing or something like in the air next to the grocery store. And I think it's from all the power that they use, and it's somehow it like makes me like dizzy. I don't know. Before I even get in there, I pass a certain threshold, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I don't want to go in there anymore. And I go in and I feel dizzy, and I do feel dizzy in grocery stores because looking at the people who are going by me, looking at the food in the aisle, and because they're so big, you're looking at something up close, and then you're looking down the aisle, so you're looking further away, and that makes people nauseous, looking up close and then looking far away. That's why you get car sick, because you're looking in the car and then you're looking at a distance really far away, and it kind of triggers this nausea. I get that really bad in grocery stores. But before I'm even in there and I'm outside and I can feel something like in the fucking air outside of the grocery store. End of thought, end of story. I just wanted to say that. I'm sorry. I am. I'm sorry that I just came on here and like rambled like a 12-year-old. But it shouldn't seem like 12-year-old things to say whenever I'm upset about fucking capitalism. It shouldn't sound like immature to not accept the way things are. And every time I see anything in front of me, I'm just thinking about where it came from. How many people did it kill? Because people die in these factories. People die in these factories. People die in the villages where the factories are. People die because of the product itself. Because of the plastic. The plastic. If people are starting to understand the dangers of plastic in the last 10 years, why has the plastic products I'm seeing only increased? It's like they're trying to sell as much garbage as they can before it becomes illegal to make plastic, which will probably take 50 years to actually do anything about that, because nobody in power actually cares about anything other than money, and money's not even real. In order for a society to function, they all have to believe in the same thing. This is high school stuff I'm talking about. They all have to believe in the same thing, whether it be God, whether it be the church telling you your laws, like if you break this law, you'll go to hell. That's like what they threatened you with. But it's very clearly like money which controls people, and it's like if you don't give everything up to make money, then you're going to die, and that's the threat. Which is worse than religion in some ways, right? Those like religious crusades killing millions of people. Why am I dying? Because of money. um it's what connects all of us, and we're all connected because that's how you make more money. If you take away the money, then we would all be like separated, like the whole world would be like separated countries and colonies and stuff, and we would all just mind our own business, basically. Not in a world peace kind of way. There'll still be wars, there'll still be territorial battles and shit, but it would be like you care less about what China is doing because you're only focused on the well-being of the people around you because you don't have money to worry about. This is a confusing analogy I'm making. It's not really an analogy. Thing? It's a confusing thing I mean right now. Whatever. I love Insane Clown Posse as much as the next white girl. But why are they always sexualizing dead girls?